Welcome back to Spitballin Cards. In today's video, we have big news. At least to me, it's big news. Mookie Betts is officially signing in Topps products again. Last time we had him signing in Topps products was in 2015, and it was a sticker autograph in that particular set. Maybe even some sticker autos in 2016 Open Day. I'm not sure. I think it was just 2015 though. But he's back. He really only had rookie autographs, and now we had released from Topps. I will share my screen in just a moment. A card from Diamond Icons. It's his logo man with an autograph for the first time. So I want to ask you all, how are we feeling about this? Is this a big deal to you, or is it really not that big of a deal? My thoughts, I would have loved a lot of dual autographs the last few years that never existed because Mookie didn't sign. Maybe we'll get those this year. So, all right, Chris, what do you think? Good to have you back, by the way.
I am really, really excited. This was I find myself literally like a little tingly. This is this. I know you're excited. I know Jeff's excited. Phil, I don't know. I don't think Phil's heart rate has really moved since the last time Sabrina Carpenter auctioned off some socks for charity. But this Mookie Betts stuff, this is really big news. I sincerely hope, as I'm sure we all do, it isn't just this one card. That would be like the ultimate tease, kind of the rug pulled out from under us. But the idea that we're getting Mookie autos again is really, really exciting. Now, I did see in the last video, I felt like Jeff was not allowed to speak. So should we continue that trend? Should we just go right to Phil? And
Phil, Jeff, what do you think? Come on, Jeff, let's hear your thoughts.
Well, I don't have too much to add. I'm excited about it, just like you guys are. It's been so long. I hope it's multiple products, not just Diamond Icons. I'm really looking forward to some of those dual autos that you mentioned, Scott. Maybe in 2025 Heritage, we'll get a Mookie Ohtani dual auto, which would be awesome. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's fun to have him back. And we've been looking forward to this ever since we heard he signed that exclusive deal with Fanatics. I think it's been over a year. So we were waiting until, now, and now they finally announced he's back. So yes, I think it's very good. I think it's good for the hobby. And I think it'll be good for his market because now he'll be more in the spotlight. His autos will be out there. And I think people might go back and try to get some of his old autos as well.
For those that are newer to the hobby or don't really know Mookie's cards as well as Jeff, Chris, and I, he didn't sign at all because he was a Fanatics exclusive and only signed baseballs, merchandise, memorabilia. And so up until right now, you cannot find any on-card Topps released Mookie Betts autographs aside from his rookie year. So this is a decade in the making, and we're going to have some quads that are going to hit like crack. We're going to have Clayton Kershaw, Mookie Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman quad autographs. Like that's like what I envision when we have this rolling, or even dynasty triple autographs like we already have of Mookie and Ohtani and Freddie. Like that is such a cool combo. So Phil, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I think Fanatics is doing a pretty good job here. Not just current players, Barry Bonds also in 2025. He's going to have some autographs, not just in Series 1, other products too. A lot of people are expecting. Yeah, so this is a big deal for Mookie Betts, especially for Mookie Betts collectors. Again, echo what you guys said. Hopefully it's continued across various products. On the football side of things, Panini Prism 2024 just came out. And if you try to scroll through the list on Beckett of like who has autographs in that product, like Fanatics pried away a lot of the top quarterbacks in that draft class. And they did the same thing the year before with CJ Stroud, et cetera. So yeah, Fanatics is doing a great job kind of making this work with current and former players.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge Diamond Icons fan, so that card isn't what I'm hoping for. Obviously, I want like a nice Stadium Club card, something in the postseason. He had the game-winning RBI in the, to win the World Series in Game 5. A shot of him celebrating that. He knew it when he hit it, like run up to first base, fist pumping. That'd be an awesome, like nice horizontal card with a big bold auto. I would be all over that. I don't care that it's like, what is this? It would be like his 11th year. But it's different. It's basically his second year of auto. So I'm super excited. My mind is just racing. I want to go to Getty Images and come up with just start making cards up in my brain because, I'm a lunatic. But my question for you three, do you think I know Scott, we've talked about this and I think Jeff and I have as well to a little bit, but do you think Mookie Betts not having autos for the last decade has hurt his collectability?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I feel like you just can't pull a Mookie Betts auto out of a pack. And I think that definitely makes people less interested in his cards in general to a point.
It's too expensive right now to own a Mookie Betts card of any significance, especially autographs, like compared to Freddie Freeman. He has so many, every real one autograph that Freddie has one. It's only like $80, $50 to $80 sometimes, maybe more. I don't know exactly what it is, but they're not too expensive. But if you want like a cool real one autograph of Mookie, your only option is the $1,000 rookie auto. So it's definitely kept people from getting into his cards because the cost of entry was just too high compared to others. So I think it has hurt for sure.
Yeah, Mookie has only 10 red ink heritage autos. Like,
yeah,
in his career, he's got 10. So the demand for those is pretty high.
So here's a question.
Shots fired on Freddie Freeman, by the way. What?
Oh, it wasn't anything against Freddie. My thing is there's cards you can buy. It's easy to collect them. While Mookie was tough, is there a world where having new red ink autographs or Mookie, having new autographs, having more quantity and supply is going to hurt some of his rookie stuff because you don't need to pay a premium to own a Mookie Betts autograph that's certified from Topps? Is that a possibility?
It's a possibility, but I think it's going to go the other way. I think it'll help the collectability of those older cards, and like I said earlier, it'll create more visibility around him. Yeah, you can pull his auto now. You might go back and try to get his other autos. Unlike some players, you could get for Mookie, you could track down an auto from every year that he signed because there's not too many.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think the supply starting so low with just 2014 stuff. Well before the ultra modern era started, there's not a whole lot of autograph rookie cards that he even has, and or prospect cards from that same year in 2014. So I don't think it'll hurt his original stuff. I do kind of agree after thinking about it. Like, yeah, maybe him not having autographs this whole time sort of hurt him. It's kind of like, and this is probably not the best analogy, but in 2017, Chris, you won't get this. Coinbase, they only offered like 2 or 3 cryptocurrencies on their exchange. And the fact that they didn't have Cardano, it was a little bit harder to get stuff like, yeah, you don't get it, you're lost. It hurts the investability of stuff that isn't easy to access. So not the best analogy again, but maybe that was hurting Mookie this whole time a little bit.
I think it was. Just not seeing him at card shows, not seeing in people's collections, it gives the impression that no one wants them. Nobody has them.
What this might hurt Scott is his recent Leaf autos. Wasn't he in some Leaf products last year?
So mad. Leaf, all these random offsets that make no sense.
Yeah. So those might not hold value.
Dual autographs with people like James Harden. Most random things you'll ever see. Yeah.
I feel like every year, like I can go back to Stadium Club, we get like a new Bryce Harper auto. That's some like epic shot of him hitting some monster home run, and then there's just like a base card of Mookie Betts. And it's hard to really compare stuff like that until hopefully this year.
And Fanatics really didn't know justice either. We talk about this all the time, Chris, but the cards that Mookie has in those sets, the base and image variations have historically been horrible. So he has bad images and he has no autographs. Like, what are you supposed to collect with this guy? Yeah, and so to see this shaping up is great. He's had a lot of really cool game used dual stuff with Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, but to get a triple of Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Ohtani, or Mookie, all of them, whatever, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great.
Yeah. The first, like, if we get it, the first Betts, Freeman, Ohtani triple is just going to be insane. Especially if it's like, I don't know, shots of each of them with the trophy or something. Like, the Topps could really do it right. Fingers crossed.
Let me pull up a Dynasty from last year triple to show you what I would love to see as a Mookie collector. I think there's actually 3 Mookie collectors here now. You guys have really taken hold of Mookie the last few years. You really like his stuff.
We got a decent little Mookie stash.
So a quick question, and Chris was asking this, and I wasn't sure. Phil would know best probably. I'm assuming that this is 2024 Diamond Icons.
Yes,
because Diamond Icons comes out really late in the cycle usually, so this is not a 2025 product, correct?
Correct. Yeah. And I would venture to say that he'll be in Dynasty too, and those cards are going to be sick if he has them. That's what I'm looking forward to. But this is what I want to see of like Ohtani, Freeman, and Betts. It'd be pretty cool. I mean, these 3 players are all cool. And of course, the Heritage Real One autographs are great too, Chris. I know you prefer those, but game worn patches of all of them, I just think they're awesome. So
sure. No, I wouldn't hate that at all.
Sick. One other thing you mentioned, Phil. So let's talk about other players who are recently getting autographs. You got one from Pete Rose with his Retrofractor, and then Pete Rose passed away. So I think he only has those autographs that were reintroduced into Topps that came out in Bowman Draft. It's Bowman Draft last year. And maybe those actually will be something to look into because he did pass away. His only modern Topps autographs. Do we see Bond signing so much that it does hurt his autographs? Because he does have a more interesting situation than Mookie because those aren't his rookie autographs from the early to mid 2000s. Could those hurt those autos? Because in the past, That's all you had of Bonds. Very similar situation. Sometimes Panini did some stuff with him, but nobody wanted to have Bonds signed in Topps. I think he had like a random 2016 Topps Finest autograph. Do we think it's going to hurt Bonds' potential as well?
Could. I don't think so because it's not playing day autographs. And one of the things that could actually hurt it is if he's signing his full autograph, his full signature, which you don't really get in a lot of products. I think you did get it in, what was it, a 2006 Topps Finest. Somebody just posted the super fractor that they just put up. And maybe some of the 2014, 2015, whatever year that was for the Panini cards, the couple of years where he signed for them. But yeah, I mean, if his signature is the full length, then there could be less appeal to the older ones that are playing days. But I mean, apples and oranges is my opinion. Like, I don't see it being a big like cannibalization effect.
What's going to sell for higher, the Pirates one or the Giants one?
Giants. Give me the Giants.
Giants.
So Barry did have some Topps autos like in 2016. I know he had some in Finest. It looks like he had some in 5-star too. They really are great looking. He really has a great autograph. So I think that's a great addition that Topps is doing. He has some triple thread stuff, but that's playing days. Here he is in 2016. So he signed that 1 year, it looks like. So anywho.
Yeah, maybe it'll be that thing again. He'll just sign for 1 year. Like I think, Scott, you've mentioned before, one of you guys talks about this. Topps really should do like a year on, year off. Was it you?
Like farming.
We don't want to see Bonds sign every year for 5 years. That's too much.
It's like when you grow crops, you don't want the same crop every year, or eventually it becomes the soil's not fertile enough. It's
or even maybe in different products. So don't put Bonds in every product this year. Like they did when Koufax was back and he was in every single product. Just seemed like a little market.
Koufax, I think he's still signing all the time. I know he was like every product. You were right, Jeff. Like every second. You have Koufax autos.
By the way, I got to say that this is a 12 minutes in, and so far our analogies have been absolutely on point in this video. We've got crypto and crop growing. I didn't realize like the knowledge that we have in this group is impressive, and it surprises me every week.
Well, it just goes to show how important baseball cards are, and they can be related to just about any other situation.
That's a great point, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, a better analogy with the whole Mookie Betts thing and him not having a lot of autos and that hurting his collectability potentially over time. Could be Jose Ramirez not having a Bowman Chrome autograph.
Yeah.
Like if you're to start with him, I get you can collect his rookie card stuff, but like what's the true grail for him? And I'm sure you could figure it out. You could list a few options. You could put them in a hierarchy, but the fact that there's no Bowman Chrome auto, that could deter people from even looking into his stuff. Assuming they're interested in the prospect cards and the rookie cards. So maybe that's hurt him.
Also, the fact that his early autos were done with a pen that almost was consistently running out of ink, like every single signature. So
I think Jose just didn't care, because if you look at his Topps Chrome base autos, they're signed really well, and then once it gets to the lower numbered ones, they are all streaky and huge. And I just
the original Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, definitely.
He didn't think he was going to be good. He's just like, whatever, I'll be in the league for like a year or two, and then I'll be out. I'm not supposed to be good. That's why I don't have a Bowman Chrome autograph like all these other guys.
Yeah, he's like, what am I, 5'8", 230? I'm not going to be a good baseball player. The hell with this. And he was wrong.
Do you guys remember that random Jose Ramirez steroid scare? Do you guys remember that a few years ago?
No.
I think so.
So what ended up happening, you see someone down in the Dominican Republic accused him of using steroids, and it got circulated pretty big. And so that was like in 2019 to 2022, like in that era, those 3 or 4 years. And so a lot of people thought that he was about to get busted for PEDs, and he didn't, of course. But that was scary. That was a scary moment as a Jose Ramirez fan. Anywho, speaking of autographs and weird autographs, I'm going to see if I can find Shohei Ohtani's new autograph, because he changed it again for no reason. It looks worse every single time he signs something in a new way. I think Topps trying to spin it as a positive. I think they're even like, oof, this isn't good. So while I pull it up, feel free to share your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm guessing he just that he's going to be in everything. He's going to have a trillion cards. He will be the single most overproduced player in baseball history. And I'm sure he's looking for some way to do these autos as fast as he can. And that new one has like a weird loop, or the second one, I guess, had that loop in the beginning, and that's just going to take time. This, on the other hand, looks like he can chew through these pretty quick.
Chicken scratch.
That's horrible. Look at that across in that like thin marker.
At least he's dotting the I at the end, though.
Yeah. So is it just Ohtani? That's
looks
just
like it.
Ohtani, the dot at the end.
Yeah, you're right. That is Ohtani. Othini.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
line across. This is his second variation, which is not to be confused with his rookie auto, which I think is this one. This one? Where'd it go? I had it pulled up.
Yeah, I just
the
think these
rookie one he
changes
rolled with for a couple of years.
that just makes those original ones all the more significant, right? At least in my opinion. I don't know.
I mean, the fact it's associated with his rookie year and second year helps. If this would have been his fourth variation, I don't think it would have mattered if this one was the first one. Does that make sense? I think whatever he started, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever he started with is going to be the most
But
important.
at least it's not the third one. If he started with the third one, people would have been like, eh.
I mean, this autograph, I have no idea what's going on with it. I don't think it says Ohtani or Shohei. So, like, do you guys?
I think that the top is Shohei, and the bottom there, where there's like that, you can kind of see it almost looks like a capital C. That's the part that he then continued in his second version. I think.
Oh, you're right. Right here.
Yeah. So I think he's just been ditching the first name as we go.
All I know, it's like one of those, where you look at like a ceiling that's had like the texturing done, and you can or clouds, and you can kind of imagine what it's supposed to be. Like, oh, that looks like a tiger. That's kind of what I feel like you're saying here, Chris. Like, oh yeah, that's the Shohei at the front. I don't see it. So
but yeah, I don't know. I would not be paying tons of money. I don't know. Phil, what do you think? I mean, would you be paying a lot of money for his 7th year autos that are now different?
No.
Twice? Yeah.
No. I would find the worst condition rookie autograph, and I'd have it wiped and have it redrawn.
Not a very original idea, but
the kanji autograph,
Yep.
At least that's consistent, I think.
Yeah. Just for your PC, and then it ends up on Golden a week later.
And then pulled back down.
Ultimate collection piece for sale tomorrow, not today.
yeah, I give it maybe another year or two before he goes the full Giannis Antetokounmpo and just puts his first 2 initials on there. You get an SO or just an O. Pretty soon it's just going to be an O with a squiggle.
An O with a dot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're cranking out all these new changes, here's another new change from Topps. And honestly, I actually don't hate anything they're doing right now. I think they're doing great lately, to be honest. This one is the new liquid silver and liquid gold. So this is apparently a new, this is what they said. We have been closely working with a third-party tech company to develop these cards that feature 3-dimensional elements never before seen on trading cards. There's a video of Mike Trout picking one of these up. They didn't show the card, but he was like really surprised how different they looked in hand. So maybe they do. I'll go to Instagram because I think I can find, they actually posted a video of them. So I'll see if I can find that real quick. Chris, you don't seem impressed.
No, I when I first saw those, I thought they looked really cool. And then I was reading about them, and then they said they were in diamond icons. And I was just like, I mean, if these were like really rare in flagship, or they were going to be super low numbered in Topps Chrome, I would get more excited. But I don't know. I don't know what Diamond Icons is. I don't know where it stands in the tiers of Topps products.
It almost seems like the way they've been pumping it, are they trying to make Diamond Icons the high-end product now?
No, they're just better at marketing now. They're gonna. That's why they haven't talked about Dynasty yet, because they weren't talking about Diamond Icons when they were hyping up Transcendent, and they weren't talking about Transcendent when they were hyping up the set before that. They're just doing a better job of including a few unique cards in each to hype up. To make demand. I think that's all it is.
But you think it's going to be limited to Diamond Icons then, Scott?
No, not necessarily, but introduction, right? Like it's the same thing with the Mookie autograph. I don't think he's going to be limited to Diamond Icons, but I think it's something they can market for Diamond Icons. So
yeah, the first ones, absolutely. Yeah, it'll sell boxes, it'll sell cases. I don't know, Phil, are you could we see one of these in your next rookie card explosion box?
So Diamond Icons, I think historically had an MSRP over Dynasty.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think it's like a top 3.
Well, Dynasty's one card, $1,000. I think Diamond Icons is like $3,000 or $4,000 for like 8 cards or something.
So the answer to that,
no.
The answer is no. Okay.
So here's the image of how they look. So they're just very different. I mean, they're cool.
Yeah.
But I do agree, unless these get into like main flagship sets, I can't see them really catching on that big.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I like
see
I
they're
like
not.
with the new Paul Skeens image. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, that's a very cool picture. They're not calling it Topps Chrome. I see.
Yes, correct. There's a chance that they keep these in Diamond Icons and they become a chase card in Diamond Icons, which I have no problem with, to be honest.
To use the term chase card for a box that's what is it, $4,000 for 8 cards?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
probably.
a pretty limited market for this product.
The
And
resale
t-
value is horrendous for this product too.
Ah,
For singles.
although
What's
outside of
the,
Mookie, yes, I'm guessing the first couple Mookies are going to go for big money.
what's the other high-end product that just came out? I can't remember it. It's not Diamond Icons. It's not
Definitive?
Definitive. That's the
No.
other one. It's Definitive. Diamond Icons are kind of they're comparable. Then you have Transcendent, which has always kind of been in its own sphere. They did a lot of really great stuff with Transcendent this year. Actually, the way they did it, it's different. You don't get
yeah,
everything. In the past, it was like 30 grand and you got everything. Now it's more of a true product. But then Dynasty, where it lives, it's up to you to decide. But there's 4 real high-end stuff. And then you have Luminaries, which isn't as good. So
Yeah.
So Transcendence for the top 0.01%. And then Definitive and Diamond Icons are for the top 0.1%. And then Dynasties for the top 1%. Unless you're just degenerate, then you can afford all of it.
yeah, that one card that's pretty expensive. I don't know, Scott. I can't see them go. They say they went to all that trouble dealing with a third party to create the technology. I just can't see them just keeping it in Diamond Icons.
Maybe
I
it's
hope
the new
not.
hidden gems.
Oh, if that's the new Hidden Gems, great job. Because Hidden Gems, those are actually a callback to old school Hidden Gems, which is why they did it that way. But no one cares about them. So
Oh,
if these were the cards, that'd be cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
put them in every set, have them the same design
Ultra
in every
short
set.
prints. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I like that these products, like Phil said, are for like the 0.01%. Add them all together, it's like the 0.05%. And the other 98% of us are buying like retail heritage at Walmart.
Topps' margins have to be so crazy on these products. Has to be just
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
But
Did you see that break, that Transcendent box break that was going around, the $6,000 box? It just, you're right, they don't have everything in there, but it seems like I can't imagine how a box could even come close to paying for itself unless you get one of the very few.
Yeah.
Transcendent, you're just hoping to get the invitation. There's 100 invitations for the party. Those are like 10 grand by themselves. So that's kind of what you're hoping for. Or
they've got some really high end cut autos in there.
Yeah.
I believe.
Those are like what actually pays it off. I saw the Paul Skeens autograph, just the base card. I can probably find it on eBay real quick. That sold for $11,000. The base autograph 1 of 1, not the patch or anything. And so like that pays off the box, but not
barely.
Yeah.
1 of 1. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's actually a pretty good episode. That's a pretty good recap, everything going on and all the new stuff from Topps. So anything you guys want to add before we wrap this episode up? I want to keep this one positive. We can talk about the negative stuff next episode.
Paul Skeens has the same health grade as Tarek Skubal, according to Jeff Zimmerman.
What does
Pretty
that
much
mean?
the same health grade. So it's not good for Paul Skeens. So it's a way to end this positively. You were just talking about Paul Skeens. So
Cool.
whoever bought that for 11,000, there's another risk factor there.
Mental or physical health, Phil?
Didn't specify.
Okay, fair enough.
So this health grade is saying he won't be healthy. Is that what he's saying?
It's based on various factors. So with Tarek Skubal, I think that it's wrong because it's giving him a similar health grade to like Zach Wheeler, who's been healthy for a number of years, but had shoulder issues a long time ago. Wheeler comes in at like a 77 out of 100, and then Skeens and Skubal are close to 80 each. And one of the inputs into the model is velocity. So Skeens, that's why he shows up high. Skubal had an arm issue not too long ago. He also hasn't gone over 200 innings ever. He's only come close to that once last year. So
here's the card I was talking about. So like this card isn't that cool to me, if I'm being honest. And it's interesting, actually. Look up Ohtani 2018 Transcendent. They don't go for very much.
The 2018 design wasn't really interesting. Weren't they all like kind of close up pictures of him? I'm trying to picture
That's
it.
kind of what Transcendent is.
The
Like,
autos are, yeah.
They don't really look at this. 2018. I know it says 30,000. It's a 1 of 1 for 30,000. To give you an example, the 1 of 1s usually go for a lot more than 30,000 for a rookie auto of Ohtani. But 3, that's Let's make this 2018.
I feel like we should have stopped when Scott said we were going to stop.
Here's an Ichiro shaking hands, 1 of 5 gold frame for 11.5.
Oh, did they both sign it or just Ohtani?
Just Ohtani. It's actually a pretty cool card, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I agree.
But my point is, like, even Aaron Judge, his transcendent autographs don't go for very much. People don't love him. So for whatever reason.
Yeah. When I see transcendent cards come up in auction, like 101 Ohtani, whatever, a player that I'm normally chasing after, I'm like, oh, that's cool. It came from Transcendent. And then I'm like, oh, that sucks that it came from Transcendent. It's going to have no resale value, and the card's pretty dumb looking, right? But like the fact that it came from such an expensive set is kind of cool. Like, in order to get something like that, some jackass would have had to like put down an exorbitant amount of money just to have a chance, and probably open cases and cases just to pull that.
These are going for the same price as Aaron Judge Real One autographs. So just to give you an idea of how Transcendent's not selling. So that's another thing you got to consider.
Jeff used to have a really cool Transcendent auto in his collection. I don't know if you still do. Do you still have the Lindsey Vaughn, Jeff?
Oh, cool. No, I sold the Lindsey Vaughn. I did get a Lindsey Vaughn. I thought you were talking. I've got a Randy Johnson on the Expos. That's pretty cool. But no, Lindsey Vaughn was sold before her comeback.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. See ya.